Hello friends, it's Jayma here, and today I wanted to give you a close-up look at some of the new online exclusives items that just released today from Stampin' Up. So I have just a few items here. I really didn't get a ton, and that's because quite a bit of this release is Halloween, and I'm not quite ready to dive into Halloween, but I am very excited about some of them, like this stamp and die set. The die set is down further, but I will leave a link down in the description below that will take you to this page of what's new, so you can just scroll through all of the new items. I'll show you these gorgeous gems, this gorgeous pear paper. Here's that Halloween set with the dies. So there's 2 stamps, and these dies will cut those out. And then there's some little Halloween scatter and sentiment stamps. And then look at those spider webs. I'm super excited about those spider webs, and the eek and boo I think are going to be big enough to use on scrapbook layouts. So that is a must have. I'm just not quite ready for it yet. There are also some Christmas items. I'll show you this and the glittery goodness. So lots of cute stuff to look through. This Tractor & Co. die set. You can build little tractor scenes. Look at how cute that is. I think this is adorable. I just didn't get it because I don't see a reason to use it on layouts for me, but I know that many of you who live on farms or close to farms or go to farms for fall pictures or whatnot will get some good use out of this one. It's absolutely adorable. So again, I'll leave a link so you can look at all of this down below. I got this gorgeous paper so you can look at it. This Need for Tweed I did not get, but I think that's going to be a good one. It's got a lot of neutrals. There's red and greens in here, so that's going to be really good for Christmas as well. There's this gorgeous sunflower 3D embossing folder. I didn't get that either, but I think I'll add that to my next order. It's not part of a suite or anything, but it's just a standalone gorgeous embossing folder. So very excited about this. I'm going to be showing you that. Here is the stamp set that goes with that Tractor & Co. die set. More really cute Halloween. I'm excited about this one right here. So there's a stamp set and a die set. But I'm really excited just about this ornament shape. And there's a couple different toppers and a little bow. Some floral stuff. The petal pink braided trim. I think that's really cute. I actually didn't notice that before, or I might have added it to my order. So just like with anything, you can get just the dies, just the stamps, or get the bundle. When you get things as a bundle, you save 10%. So this is the bundle of the stamp and die set, and you save 10%. So lots of fun stuff. I will look at this cute little treat bag, the iridescent treat bags. I think that these could be used on scrapbook layouts too as like a specialty paper. Some more dies for the other Halloween set. These little foam stars that are glittery. And I'm very excited about this paper. This is definitely going to be on my order fairly soon when I'm ready to dig into Halloween, because look at how cute all of those colors are together. And then this little piece this sheet right here is little images that you can, I think they pop out. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure they pop out like a little die sheet. So there's that. And then all of the cute there's little cut apart things so you can make a scene. This one looks like it's all one piece, so you could like cut this in half. Actually, you could probably cut it like that and use it like at the bottom of a layout, or just cut this so you're using just the fence part at the bottom of your page and then still use that at the bottom of a different page. That would be really cute. So love this with the black and the orange. Lots of cute little candy. I think this is just so adorable, and it's gonna make some really cute pages. There's this new set. So if you remember in the last, I think it was an online exclusive where there's the jar punch, and the jar stamp set that was similar to this, where it had like clovers and hearts and things like that that you could put in the jar. This one is the Christmas version, so you have Christmas cookies that layer up and that you can put in the jar. So now there are 2 stamp sets to go with this punch that punches out the jar, which is really, really fun. Okay, so there are a few things in this pile that are not new, but I wanted to show you because they're things that I overlooked and or are now on a great screaming deal. So this is a pack that I overlooked in the annual catalog. And these 2 stamp sets are ones that are on major clearance right now in the last chance section. I think this one is normally $20 or $24. I've had my eye on this for a while, and now it's under $10. It's like $9.40 or $9.60. This is all US pricing. It is a cling set, but I just think it's so pretty. I still have to put the sticker on there, but it's just so pretty, and I think it would make a beautiful like background image. If you have a strip of cardstock on a layout or a card, you could very easily do like tone on tone stamping with this and give it some character and make it look beautiful. So that was my plan for that. So that is a screaming deal right now. And then this is as well, I forget what the price was for this. This is also another cling set, but it's got some really great sayings, and they're nice and big so that the sentiment can be the focal image. Sometimes we want that. We want just a little accent with a larger focal image and maybe make the patterned paper be the star of the show rather than coloring in an image or using a large die cut or something like that. It's fun to have these beautiful scripty sentiments to use for cards like that. So I wanted to show you that. And then this is the 6x6 paper that comes in all of the color families. I got just the in colors, and it has the same patterns in all of the packs. So there's like the brights, the neutrals, the, what is it called? The pastels, and all of the other color palettes. They're all exactly the same patterns. They're just different colors. So here is the one side of all of those. Hopefully I can get them all showing. So there you go. And it's just hard to appreciate these in the catalog. When I started seeing people using them, I thought, wow, that's really, really pretty. I love this pattern here. And then if we turn it over, there's no more florals or botanicals. It's like the pattern. So we've got the stripes here, and then there's the strawberry slush stripes, and then we have this just kind of like distressed sponged looking pattern, which I think is really fun. So I wanted to grab that and show you that. Now this is all the new releases that I got. I did a little bit of mixing and matching. There are suites available for both of these, and these little gems come in suites, but I got just the gems, the papers individually. And then this is what I'm most excited about, this Just a Note set. But what I love the journaling lines, and I like the stamp set, but I was really excited about the die set. And it's a fairly small die set and a fairly small stamp set. So it is a lower price point, which is great. But look at this die right here. So, so cute. So you've got the torn edge look of like a notebook paper, and then you can stamp the lines on it. It will line up perfectly and fit in the die, so you can make your own little journaling box, which is awesome. And then look at these cute little paper clips. So they'll make little paper clips. You could cut them out of silver foil or any other paper that you want to coordinate with your project. And this could go on anything. Just use it to like put on, like hold on a, you know, a banner strip onto your layout. There's the cute little heart clip and the arrows, star, heart, this little like binder clip one. And then this is a binder clip too, these two together. So those ones would go together to form the binder clip, which is really cute. So I think that we are going to be seeing a lot of fun projects with this set right here. I know Erin used it in her last layout. It was a Disney layout, and she used this piece here, and she used the paper clips, and it's absolutely adorable. So if you missed that layout, then be sure to go check out Crafty Concepts with Erin and what she did with this. But I'm very excited to use this. I've had a layout on my desk for over a week. I'll give you a little sneak peek here. I've had this on my desk for over a week. I just had to clean it up to do this video because I started it with the Weekend Adventures. I can't believe it took me so long to use the Weekend Adventures. And then our air conditioning went out. My craft room is up on the top, the second story of our house, and it got so hot in here I could not even handle it. Our air conditioning is fixed now, thank goodness, and now I can resume this layout. But that's why you haven't seen anything from me in a while. I just could not handle my working conditions. So that will be the next layout you see here. And then let me open this up so you can see the glittery goodness in here. These are the low profile sparkle dots, and I just think these are so cool. I love when they do the low profile dots because it's nice that it doesn't stick out a lot for layouts. So love the colors, and then it's got like an iridescent glitter in it. So I really hope that the camera is picking that up. It's so, so pretty. And then these other ones are shimmery. These are called the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots, and these colors are gorgeous too. I'm already forgetting which collection each one goes with, but hopefully you can see they're faceted, so they're not low profile, but they don't stick out a ton. They don't stick out as much as some of the other ones have, but they've got little shimmer bits in there, so it's different than the other ones. The other ones you definitely can tell it's like iridescent glitter. This is more like mica flakes, like just shimmer. So really gorgeous colors. I just love that. So that's the bling that I got. And then let me show you this gorgeous paper. This is the Painterly Pears. And I actually wasn't going to get this at first because I thought, how am I going to use pears in scrapbooking? But I started thinking about it because I love this paper. I mean, look at the colors. It's just so gorgeous, that gorgeous foliage and the flowers. So I started thinking, you know what? The pears can just be used like you would flowers. It does, you know, you don't have to have flowers in your layout to use flowers as embellishments or flowers in your paper, right? So I'm just gonna go with that for the pears. But we always have the B side of everything too. So there's great B sides to this. This is the Secret C with like a green grid. I love that wonky grid. And this one I thought was really pretty, how it goes all the way around. And in Orlando at our incentive trip, they actually showed this paper packet to us. And they showed a way to make cards out of it where you cut it into thirds each way. And then, so then you have 9 pieces, right? And then you make a card, a square card out of each piece. So it was really clever. So this one would be like this, and, or let's do it down here. So it would be like this, and you maybe have the sentiment across here and a little bit of ribbon or something. You could also have the pears coming out the side and then have like a circle with a sentiment on it. Really, really cute. And then this one would be like the corner piece, so it would be like this. So you'd have a lot of pattern on this one. You could maybe have a circle sentiment over here. But how you would use it in scrapbooking is, because a lot of people have trouble with these patterns that, you know, have the pattern all the way around. You could cut it in half and have a half on each side across the bottom, or on each side flanking the sides. Or you could again cut it in thirds and have a third and a third flanking the sides, and then you still have the centerpiece. Maybe you could use that for cards. So lots of different ways you could use that. And then here is the back of that piece. Here's a repeat of that one. And then this one is really pretty too. This one is, yeah, the back of this one. There's actually a die set that will cut out this pear. I believe it also cuts out these leaves and the smaller pair set, the pair of pairs, if you will. So if you got the Stampin' Die set, it would cut out these pieces, but I can really see using this on some outdoor layouts that I have to do. I always love green and leaves, very, very useful. This looks like that same pattern, but now this is Darling Duckling with, it looks like petal pink stripes. And this is just beautiful. So, so striking. I think this one and that first pattern I showed you were really like, they really convinced me. This is just so gorgeous, just gorgeous. I absolutely love the colors, I love everything about this. And then here is another pattern. I know I've said here before, I'm not the biggest fan of yellow, so this is not my favorite pattern here. But the back is so pretty. They're still yellow, but it's not in your face yellow like this one. But I know a lot of people love yellow. It is such a happy color. And I could see using this maybe in small doses, but this is the side that really speaks to me. And I can see myself using this one even more. So that's another pretty one. Here is another pattern. So as you're seeing, the front sides of I think all of these, or most of them, have the pears on them, but the back sides do not. So here's another just green pattern that could go with so many different things. So that is a paper pack that I almost passed up, but I'm glad I have it, and I know I'm going to see some gorgeous projects from that one. This one is the Floral Charm. This is the first one that I picked up, and if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, the June Paper Pumpkin coordinates with this. So here's the June Paper Pumpkin full of charm. I do believe that there are refills available for this, so you cannot get the refills unless you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. But if you are, you can get the refills, which means that you do not get the stamp set or the little Stampin' spot, but you get all of the insides, and it's a lower price point that way. So if you are not currently subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, you could subscribe and start getting July for your first one, but after you subscribe, you can go back and you can order the past Paper Pumpkin kits that are still available and the refills that are available, like this one, and I know there's some other ones. There's also some die sets that coordinate with Paper Pumpkin that are good for 3 months. So there's a die set that coordinates with April, May, June Paper Pumpkin, and so you can grab those when you're a subscriber too. So if you've never seen the kits, they come in these boxes, not to be confused with the kids collection. There's kids collections that come in boxes like this too, but they're brown boxes with black polka dots like this, and these are available anytime to anyone to just order on my website. So this is the Heirloom Arrangements kit. I put one of these together and I still have another one to do. So these are available anytime. The Paper Pumpkin is available only to subscribers, and the fun thing is that you never know what it's going to be. You get sneak peeks in emails, and in the Facebook group you can get sneak peeks, but you never know what's actually going to be inside until you get it. And I'll tell you, I have not been disappointed yet. So just wanted to show you this really quick since it coordinates with this paper. So the kits come with the dimensionals. These are little glue dots, the little bling that you'll need. This is adhesive, although I usually end up using my own adhesive because that's easier than the tear tape. You get a Stampin' spot, so this one comes with Pretty Peacock. You get a stamp set, and there's actually a little printout here where you can see it better. So here is the stamp set. So it's got some fun little leaves and stuff and those nice sentiments. And then the guide that shows you the cards that you're going to make, and then it's got pictorial instructions to put them together. So it's really easy to follow. It tells you to stamp it, shows you where to stamp it, where to put the glue dots, how to put it on, where to stamp this in the ink spot, stamp it onto here, put it onto here, add the little gems. So it's pretty easy to follow. I think it's easy enough that you don't need, written instructions. So that's gorgeous. You get fun envelopes to match. Here, look at that gold foiling. So, so pretty. This has an overlay that goes on it. Here's some more gold foiling. It's like I'm such a squirrel when I open these because I'm like, wait, look at this, look at this. There's gold foiling on that one too. Here are the sentiment spots, and then here's that gorgeous overlay. So the overlay goes on top of this one, I believe. Somehow like that. Something like that. So really, really pretty. And then you also have this piece that will go on another card, and that little flower. And you have all of these little pieces right here. So this is all one piece. I think this would be really fun to make into a scrapbook layout, and it would be really easy too because we have the coordinating paper. So I'm thinking that I might do that. I love turning these card kits into layouts, especially when they have really great die cuts like this one does. So let me set this aside and I'll show you the paper. Okay, so I think I have all of these already turned over, every other one turned over. So here's the front and back of this one. I think these would make really gorgeous fall layouts, but they don't have to be fall. But this orange flower that's kind of in the, you know, the boldest flower of this pattern really makes me think fall, but doesn't have to be. And then this one is just gorgeous. Some of these remind me of that Regal Flora paper from last year. And then here's these ones. I love this watercolor wash. And then the brown and pink, or what would this be? Petunia Pop, I think, or Berry Burst. And then here's the orange. This is gorgeous. This one reminds me of another paper pumpkin from last year. It was in the fall, I think, that had like wood slices on it and gold foiling. I think this reminds me of that. That was a gorgeous kit. So there's that one. And then here's this one. This might be, I think this might be my favorite pattern. It's so pretty. I love the purple with the orange. And I'm not a big fan of Cajun Craze. It's not my favorite color, but I think I just love this look, and I think it just screams fall to me, and I'm excited to use it for fall layouts. And then these back sides of everything are so usable, and you can mix and match them with a lot of the patterns. A lot of the front patterns are not necessarily going to go with other fronts because all of the floral and leaf patterns are so different that they're not really going to go together very well. Maybe these two, but they're both so busy. But a lot of the B sides could go together. Like these ones would all look gorgeous together. So you could mix those three. And then you have one heavy, busy pattern and then two supporting patterns. And then here's another one. Oh, I really love this one too. I forgot about this one. I love this. And this doesn't scream fall as much. This is a little more summery, leaning into fall. But I love this blue with it. That is gorgeous. And then this blue one would also go nicely with this pattern. So you could mix these three. That would be gorgeous. So there's another one. And then we've got the deep Blackberry Bliss. Oh, this one is gorgeous too. I love that. So pretty. I love these colors together. But this could work with this as well. So you could pair these three together. So lots of options if you're using the B patterns, not quite as many with the A patterns. They're gorgeous, but they're just busy. So you're not necessarily going to want to mix them. So there is that one. Well, that's what I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed what you got to see. This is available now on my website. I will link it down below, and make sure you subscribe so you can see how this layout turns out. On the screen right now is another layout that you might enjoy, so go ahead and click that, and I'll see you over there. Bye!